What if I told you the best country in the world isn't the biggest, the richest, or even the warmest, but it's the UK? Here's why the rest of the world secretly envies Britain. Hey everyone, Jessica here from Beyond Borders. If you think you know the UK, think again. Because today we're diving into 10 reasons why this rainy little island might just be the most influential, underrated, and straight-up impressive country on Earth. And by the end of this video, you might be asking yourself why you haven't moved there yet. So if you love discovering mind-blowing facts from across the globe, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell so you never miss a story that'll completely change how you see the world. Let's get into it. Number 1. The UK invented the modern world. This alone changed how the world moves. If the world had a save game button, the UK pressed it during the Industrial Revolution. Steam power, factory systems, mass production, it all started right here. A Scotsman named James Watt. His improved steam engine fueled an industrial explosion. Trains, machines, cities, modern life as we know it wouldn't exist without it. And fast forward a couple hundred years, Tim Berners-Lee, born in London, invents the World Wide Web. Yeah, that internet. Without Britain, we'd probably still be farming by candlelight. The modern world runs on ideas born in this foggy corner of Europe. London's Science Museum alone houses over 300,000 inventions, many that shaped human history. But while Britain was inventing the future, it was also spreading a language that would dominate the planet. The world's most spoken language? Thank the UK. There's a reason why pilots, diplomats, and CEOs all speak English. It's the language of global power. And guess where it started? Yep, right in the UK. From Shakespeare's sonnets to colonial speeches, Britain's empire planted English on every continent. Today, it's spoken by over 1.5 billion inches people. Even countries that have never been part of the UK, like Japan or South Korea, teach English in schools. It's the default for global media, business, and science. Over 60 countries now have English as an official language. And that language? It spread like wildfire. Because once upon a time, this tiny island ruled nearly a quarter of the world. This tiny island once ruled a quarter of the Earth. At its peak, the British Empire controlled lands on every continent: India, Canada, Australia, parts of Africa, and the Caribbean. The sun literally never set on it. But this wasn't just about flags on maps. Britain exported railways, legal systems, education models, and infrastructure that still function today in former colonies. The way the world trades, speaks, and governs has Britain's fingerprints all over it, whether you like it or not. At its height, the British Empire covered 24% of Earth's landmass. And while that empire faded, one thing it left behind stayed strong: money. Lots of it. Money never sleeps here, and neither does influence. Forget Wall Street. London's The City is the heartbeat of global finance. From insurance to banking to currency trading, it's a global financial engine that never stops. Every day, trillions of dollars pass through London's financial district. More foreign exchange happens here than anywhere else. When London coughs, the world catches a cold. Over 10 trillion pounds flows through London's financial markets every year. But money's not the only thing pulling people in. Millions of tourists are lining up for something else. Why millions of tourists flood here every year? Big Ben, Buckingham Palace, Stonehenge, the Scottish Highlands. The UK is a tourism goldmine. And let's not forget Harry Potter, or the Beatles, or the royal family. It's history and pop culture, all rolled into one foggy island. Tourism isn't just about selfies, it's about influence. When people travel, they take a little bit of that country back with them. Over 40 million tourists visited the UK in 1 year, pre-COVID. And what are those tourists obsessed with when they arrive? The culture, and the UK's got it in spades. From the Beatles to Bond, this tiny island runs the world's playlists. Britain doesn't just influence the world, it entertains it. From Adele to Coldplay, from Shakespeare to Sherlock, from Doctor Who to The Crown, the UK creates content that resonates globally. Culture is soft power, it shapes hearts and minds, and the UK has mastered it. British creative industries add £115 billion to the economy annually. But there's one British export that literally shaped nations, and it wasn't a band or a blockbuster. This UK law changed democracy forever. In 1215, King John was forced to sign the Magna Carta, a document that limited royal power and sparked the idea of rule of law. That one act inspired modern democracy. And today, over 80 countries base their legal systems on British common law. Laws govern everything: freedom, justice, rights. And many of those laws trace their roots back to Britain. 2/3 of the world's legal systems are based in part on British law. But if you think British brains stopped at laws, wait until you see what their schools are producing. These two schools built the world's leaders. Oxford and Cambridge aren't just old, they're powerhouses. Prime ministers, presidents, Nobel Prize winners, tech billionaires, all alumni. And it's not just the elites. Every year, 500,000 international students flock to British universities for world-class education. Education is how a country shapes the future, and Britain's been doing it for centuries. UK universities consistently rank in the global top 10. But even outside the classroom, the UK is doing something radical, and it's saving lives. One of the only countries where healthcare is truly free. The NHS, National Health Service, is free at the point of use. No insurance, no co-pays, no surprise bills. It's been copied and studied around the world. And during the pandemic, it became a national symbol of pride and resilience. In a world where healthcare bankrupts families, the NHS is proof that it doesn't have to. The NHS handles over 1 million patients every 36 hours. But maybe the most shocking thing of all? The UK wields massive global power, without being a superpower. This country punches way above its weight. With just 0.9% of the world's population, the UK is a G7 nation, a nuclear power, a UN Security Council member, and a global influencer. It dominates in science, tech, law, and diplomacy. And unlike other powers, it's got influence without arrogance. True power isn't loud, it's lasting. The UK has the 6th largest economy in the world, and it's barely the size of Oregon. The UK isn't perfect, but its impact is impossible to ignore. From shaping language, law, and technology to driving global finance, music, and democracy, the legacy of this small island runs deep. But what do you think? Does the UK deserve the title of best country in the world? Or is there another nation that beats it? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm genuinely curious to see what you think. If you learned something new today, smash that like button, subscribe, and stay tuned, because if you thought these 10 reasons were good, wait until you hear what the UK is hiding under its streets. That's in our next video. See you there.